Hello, welcome back to my little channel. I hope you're all well. I'm okay, considering I had about 4 hours sleep. No excuse really, I went to bed about 4. I don't know why. Well, I went to bed about 2:30, then I read for a bit. I watched what was it? I watched a bit of a film called One Life on Netflix, really good, delightful, highly recommend. And I had to get up. And I realised I had 4 hours and 10 minutes sleep tops, and I think I woke up as well. So if I look haggard, as always, that is partly why, but actually I don't look much different to normal, do I? I just have to say before I do my Shakespeare bit, the football. I was so convinced that England, I'm so disloyal. Oh my gosh, I'm such a traitor. We're going to lose. I didn't even watch the match. I came back from work. It was the last, oh gosh, hair in my mouth. Oh, that's so unpleasant. Sorry about this. Gone. Sorry about that. So unpleasant. So I came back and it was the final half, and I thought, kept looking at the score, and it was heading towards it. It was just like 1-1. Then it was like 2-1. And I was like, oh, they're going to ruin it, aren't they? And then I thought, okay, I'm brave enough to watch the last 2 minutes. Not that I'm into football, so it's not like I'm a lifelong fan, but it's very exciting. I get quite into these things. And the old blood pressure, got to watch that. And I saw the last little bit, and it was the whistle. It was like, woo, full time, whatever, or final time, whatever you call it. I don't know anything about football apart from 11 aside. I think there's 11 aside. And I was like, wow, they've won. How is that possible? Anyway, so that was really nice. I felt really good for the football fans. But where I'm living, it's so quiet that I sort of leant out the door and I was expecting to hear, woo, oh, no, 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 all that kind of thing like you do in a town when England have, done anything vaguely impressive. And there was nothing, which is really nice because it's quiet. And I do like quiet, don't like people's noise. But it was weird because you'd expect some kind of celebration, even midweek. Anyway, moving swiftly on, as the lovely Lisa would say. Going to start with a little Shakespeare quote because I'm so aware that I'll forget. Where is it? Oh, what have I got there? So this one is from All's Well That Ends Well. I'm not really that familiar with this play, I have to admit. So I'm going to buy the play, the No Fear Shakespeare, which on one side has the original text, the Shakespearean text in its original form, and the other side of the page it has the modern translation to, say something like "thine was always true" or something. It'll say "you were always good" or whatever in modern talk. Because I'm really dewy and sweaty, aren't I? It's quite warm here. Do apologise for that. I sweat so much on my face when I'm getting animated. Anyway, so back to the quote. Do 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 do. The web of our life is of a mingled yarn, good and ill together. All's Well That Ends Well, Act 4, Scene 3. In a nutshell, life is complicated at best. It can be really good, really plain, smooth, and, you're trundling along very happy 1 minute, and then it's a ball of shite. So you're floating on air one sec here, it's the better way of putting it. Other times you want the ground to swallow us whole. It expresses life's complications, suggesting that the good and the bad amalgamate into one. I couldn't put it better. Just make sure my phone is on silent because no one ever rings me unless they want something. But I'm aware that while I'm filming, I could suddenly have an annoying phone call, and my ringtone is so annoying. It's like one of those old-fashioned car horns. It goes, "Blah, blah." It's so annoying. But it gets my attention, and like my mother, I'm terrible at answering my phone. Anyway, back to the haul from PRIMARK. I spent the grand total of 59 quid, which, oh my gosh, the shoes are downstairs. I'll show you the shoes at the end. Gosh, I'm really sweating. Sorry, I have to blot this with my sleeve. I hate having a sweaty upper lip. So unpleasant. Throw it up. Oh, I hate feeling sweaty. It's gross. So I spent 59 quid, which is quite the feat for Primark. And one of those items is a pair of fake or dupe Converse dupes. And I did think as I left the shop, I've got all this stuff and I'm feeling a bit guilty because 59 quid for me all in one go is quite hefty. It's quite a big bill. And I thought, all this stuff for 59 quid, I think a pair of Converse shoes would be about that. So I got all that stuff extra for the same amount, and the quality of them is similar. So first item, I'm cracking on, don't worry. This is so not me, but I like it. Maybe that's why I like it. This shirt, XL, was 12 quid. And look, it's nice. I don't want to trigger or upset anyone, but the only thing about it, though I do like it, I'm going to do a little try on at the end if I can remember. The only thing that makes me feel a little bit, not concerned, just pensive and, I don't know, it's thought-provoking, is that it reminds me a little bit, and honestly, I'm not taking the mickey in any way, because I have grandparents here, but it reminds me of Auschwitz and the prison uniforms, particularly the material. I don't know about it, so that it just makes me a bit uncomfortable wearing this, but it's nice. One reason I might not keep it is that it's very unflattering. It just looks awful on me. But I will do a little show at the end. I'll do a little model thing at the end, and you can be the judge of that. And any other opinions and critiques and judgment is welcome, particularly constructive criticism. But it's a nice shirt, so I would like to turn it around and feel better about it. Next thing, XL again. It's another blousey shirt thing in black, and it was also 12 quid. 12 quid? Yes. This is quite nice. It's a bit more clingy than I anticipated. I thought it'd be a bit more loose, and the old belly, which I've really put on weight in, horrible area to put on weight, particularly for a woman. You carry weight on your middle, don't you, and your hips, but I find it doesn't cling too much, but it does cling somewhat. Obviously need to lose a lot of weight, but I was hoping a bit more loose, but fit at the same time. Can you find such a thing that's loose in the right places and then fitted in the right places? So it doesn't draw attention to the old stomach, but it sort of accentuates the shoulders and curves and the more toned parts of one. I don't know. I suppose you have to spend the big bucks to get the really well-fitted clothes, don't you? Because I have seen larger ladies that, you know, have a bit of wonga, and they always look wonderful in linen, like crisp pressed linen, sort of safari outfits, and, you know, waltzing around London and the hat, and they just look wonderful. And you can tell their outfit does not cost 29 quid or 30 quid from Primark. It's more like 530 quid from, I don't know what designer makes are there, not Chanel, that's more sort of fitted. Just trying to think. Somewhere in Fortnum's or Selfridges, their personal shopper would have got them a nice few bits together. Anyway, this is a nice bit. I might change this top now. It's from a charity shop haul, which I'm doing soon. But this top, I'm probably going to wear today. It's a 3/4 length t-shirt. Is what it is. It's a plain black t-shirt. Very nice, very comfortable. Not most flattering, but it's loose. It's sort of got a slight fitted bit around the shoulders. It's very comfortable. Oh, I've got a cat with me. Hello. Hello, Mimi. She might come and say hello. This is a really friendly cat. She's gorgeous. 3 of them I'm looking after. They're all lovely, but this one's particularly friendly. Anyway, this was 7 quid. It's a nice t-shirt. Hope you can see that. Then I got 3 packs of Knicks. They've got to look huge on camera, don't they? Actually, one thing where I'm staying right now, the blinds don't block out the light, so that's partly why I'm waking so early. I could actually use these over the eyes in the morning. Maybe not. 3, I really went to town with this, guys. I normally buy the cheapest knickers I can, the cheapest knickknacks. And I went to town, 7 quid for 3 pairs. For me, that is quite the splurge, I tell you. So these are in large. I've just realised they're not an XL, so they might not fit, but they're stretchy, so I will make them fit. And they look quite roomy, you know, spacious to hold one's curves. So they're nylon, which I like. I love nylon knickers to wear in bed because they're stretchy and comfortable and soft, just like my bedding. I like really soft, thin, kind of worn bedding. And the White Company do the best that's already sort of worn, thin and silky and light, particularly for the summer. Where am I going with this? Anyway, so that's pair number 1. Pair number 2. Oh, that is a nice colour, isn't it? Kind of chocolatey brown. And then, sounds delightful, this, brown. But I'm happy with those. I mean, obviously I can't take them back anyway, but it's one item I'm delighted with. And I was looking for knickers, and I wasn't going to buy cheap ones, but I saw those and I could not resist. I pushed the boat out. I get paid from one job next week. So I've kind of spent some of that money already, and then I get paid from my main job the week after. So, you know, there's funds replacing the current ones. Now this is a nightie. For a particular age, you would have gone to sleepovers and also American sleepovers, and all the cheerleaders like in Greece, you know, with Sandy and Rizzo and Jan, and they've got their, you know, they've got popcorn and they're writing to their pen pals and they're singing, jumping on the bed, and you know, da, 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 and all this kind of thing. And I remember having the odd sleepover, and we watched things like Spaceballs and things like that, if you're a particular vintage. Anyway, this is the kind of thing we wore, a nightie like this, and it's quite nice. It's got a very life-affirming, positive message, particularly if you're a curvaceous lass, such as myself. So it says, to be my own muse, enjoy being yourself. So that's very nice, isn't it? I actually didn't buy it for that. I mean, I do like the positive message and all that shebang, but initially I just love the colour. I thought, you can almost just wear it like that. It's such a nice colour. It's like faded denim, kind of dusty blue or dusky blue. I don't know what it's called, but it's a very nice soft powder blue. Maybe that's the one. And it was reduced from £7 down to £4. And it's a nice nightie. And again, if you're of a certain dimension, if you buy something that looks long in the shop, it often comes up a lot shorter because of your curves, you know, bolstering it, lifting it up, so your bust and your stomach and your hips and your backside. But this, it looks like it's going to be quite long, down to the knees or so. So when I'm house sitting and if there are cameras or someone's watching or someone comes home early, I'm going to be decent at all times. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's another story entirely. I might do a video on house sitting and the good, the bad and the ugly, and things like when they come home early and you weren't expecting it, or they say they're coming home at 12, so you think 12 midday the next day, and actually it's 12 midnight that night, or the other way around. It's all happened, guys. So anyway, that's to keep me decent. That'll keep you decent. Oh, a few more little bits. I'll take some things out at once. Sorry about the noise. And then, I mean, what trip to Primark is complete without a pair of socks? I didn't intend on getting any because I keep losing them. In a way, this sounds gross, but I have about 3 or 4 pairs that I circulate when I'm house sitting. I do wash them in between. By the time I'm on pair 4, I've generated enough to chuck in the washing machine. But I thought I'd buy another pair, another packet even, and keep them in my travel bag. So 5 pairs of crew socks. So exciting, but they're okay. The quality's fine. They're 4 to 8. I've got big wide feet, 6.5 or so. So they'll fit. £2.50. You can't make go wrong. As Lisa would say, you getting my bag? Do you want to come? Let's come say hello to the camera. Come here. So this is this is Mimi. This is Mimi. You say hello. Oh, she's 1. She's an absolute babe. She's an absolutely gorgeous cat, perfect in every way, apart from the fact that, regrettably, she has learnt to hunt, and she brought in a bird before I came to sit, didn't you? Which I'm devastated about, but we've put that behind us, haven't we? And we're nice, aren't we? We're nice again. We haven't got any murderous ways, have we? And I'm keeping her nicely fed, licky licks, treats, chicken, so she doesn't have to go and hunt. Just go to my blooming bag, there's nothing in there. So you hear that cracking noise, that is Mimi going through the bag. Anyway, I could give her the best treats in the world, the best squeakers, the best fake fish that make all sorts of noise. I've got mechanical fish, it's hilarious. And she'll want to go through the bag. Anyway, the next item, I nearly bought one of those things that you put in your hair, like a dressing gown cord, and then you curl. And I thought, no, I'm going to go old school. Again, people of a particular vintage, if you're growing up in the 80s, 90s, all that, you might have had these things. I've completely forgotten how to use them, how to get the curls all going the right way. So I may look up a few YouTube tutorials. But these were £2, as you can probably see. And I thought, even though they don't work, you can't go wrong. I thought, at a push, if I've lost the old scrunchie, I can always put my hair up in one of those and it won't damage my hair. I can lie back on my pillow, put it up in a certain way, it won't bother me, because I've got a very sensitive scalp, and if I put my hair up, I can feel every little bit pulling, so I thought I could use it for that. Excuse me, she's in the blooming bag. You can come back afterwards if you want. So just going through the last few items. Oh, it's only 5 more items. and they're all just basic little cheap sort of beauty and hair and all that. Got to that little part of the video. I meant to get a nice nail varnish because if you know me, you know that I go through phases of being really good with my nails and then biting the heck out of them. And they're growing back slowly. They're growing back because one hasn't nibbled or gnawed on them for a week or two, and they grow so blooming quickly. And the old toenails, don't get me started on toenails. How quickly do they grow? Horny, thick, chunky toenails. Oh, they're so healthy. You wish your toenails were on your fingernails in terms of thickness, because these will bend backwards if I grow them too long. If they get really long, they get all thin and weak and horrible. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Got a couple of lippies. You probably know what happened to my last one. Oh gosh, how do I open these on camera? I'm going to have to just show you the colour because I've got to go to work in a minute. I'm not disorganised, it's just I went to bed very late. I have to go to work early. But these are the colours. So one is exactly like the one that melted everywhere. And they're still 90p. They're cruelty free. And it's called Sweet something. What is it called? Sweet. No, it's not. It's High Society. Oh, it's a slightly different shade. The other one was Sweet Treats or something, wasn't it? Or Sweet Dreams? Sweet Love? Something like that. So anyway, you can kind of see how the sun's gone in. That colour, nice natural colour, like your lips but better. And then this one's a bit more of a nude. So if I compare them together, pretty colours, 90p each. I think that's an absolute bargain. I'm not into makeup and names, although I think they look very pretty, but they're a dupe for something, aren't they? I can't think what, like Bobbi Brown, NARS, Urban Decay, something like that. There's some lovely makes out there. Not gonna lie, if I had a spare grand that wasn't going to go into my home saving account, I wouldn't mind buying a shed load of beautiful makeup just to look at, and in those acrylic boxes that these YouTubers have. Perfumes I'm good for. I have loads, and I've got more to show in another haul soon, and I absolutely treasure my precious scents, but I'd love just nice makeup to look at, but then it will go off and you may as well use it up. So just getting back to that sort of just fantasizing. Don't really need makeup though. I don't need to spend much. I mean, Primark is very good for what it is, and I can't really do makeup anyway, although I love makeup. I love when people can do makeup beautifully. Anyway, next item is, they'd run out of my blonde dry shampoo, and I moan about it. I said it's not the best, but for the price, you can't go wrong. I've got the plain one, invisible, and £1.45. I was about to say how much. Actually, Primark are really good for putting the price on if you forget. So it's just, I keep thinking it's for brown hair or sort of mid hair or Albany hair, but it's just for all hair colours. So pretty pleased with that. This Primark I went to, it was in Camberley, and it's a good Primark. It's a big Primark on 2 floors. It's got loads of stuff everywhere and loads of staff helping. But just like all Primarks, the perfume section, the makeup section and the dry shampoo section was a complete shambles. It was just chaos. It was hectic, and this was midweek. You had stuff everywhere, open stuff, things strewn across everywhere, different tops on different products, product all over the side. There's like dirty tissues, and it's just the public, and the staff try and keep it tidy, but the public are just so bad. They just chuck it everywhere, Probably young girls, I don't know. It could be girls, old girls, it could be people of all ages, I don't know. But it was a bit of a mess. But other than that, the clothing section was wonderful. So next, last 2 items, really unexciting. You're welcome to turn off if you want, but I'll do a little try on in a minute. But this is, for £1, I got a hyaluronic acid sheet mask, hydrating. Masque hydratant en feu. Acide hyaluronique. If you're French, don't laugh. I know how the French feel about English people trying to pronounce their beautiful language. So this is just one of those face masks. I've got a few of these now that I just haven't used. I think I'm so scared of scaring the cats and upsetting them, because my dog gets upset when I wear one of these. She's just like, she backs away. She's like, what is that? Like, not what is that, but what am I? What is that? So I have to try and put it on before I go to bed in the dark. But I'm going to work through them, and that one I really want to do because my face is very dry, my hair's dry. And look at the colour. Oh my gosh, it's like the elephant in the room. I haven't gone on about it. Hello, darling. Oh, it's Izzy. Another cat's coming. Anyway, look how blocky is, yellow, and it looked really yellow the other day. Then I washed it and it looked quite nice. I put like a bit of blue shampoo in, and I've washed it again with loads of conditioner, and it's really, really dry and it's yellow. I think it's growing again, which is good news, but I think a good trim, maybe a restyle, might actually pay for a hairdresser to do it rather than myself. And I'm going to put a toner on. I just fancy a sort of golden brown. Look up an actress called Sarah Butler. She's got the most perfect hair. She's in these sort of Lifetime movies, and she was in I Spit on Your Grave, like the modern version, and she's got like long, glossy, chestnut tresses. And I don't know if it's real, she's got extensions, everyone does these days, but it's just, it's should have its own postcode, this hair, it's wonderful. So last but not least, well, it's a very small item, for the hair, good segue. Quite a good segue there. Moisturising hair mask infused with peach oil for £1. So that was £1. So I think those, £1 each, they're a really good present for someone. If you're on a tight budget, you've got a card and you've got like a fiver, you could buy these and these. I mean, that's good, isn't it? You go to Card Factory, get your old card for 29p, or 10 for £1. I think 10 for £1 deals back. If you know Card Factory, you know what deals you're missing out on. I bought a card the other day for someone. It was like £2.50, and as soon as I sent it off, I was like, lovely card, but I could have gone to Card Factory. But did I? Heck, I was too lazy. Anyway, I am naturally lazy, but they say lazy people are smart people, or smart people are lazy, because it's all about maximizing your time and doing very little for maximum output. Something like that. I think, not Steve Jobs, not, that's, what's that Bill bloke? What's that Microsoft bloke called? Bill Gates. That's the one. Someone like that, some genius like that, is very successful, knows what they're talking about, said that quote. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. It's been lovely spending time with you. I will insert in a sec just a few clips of me wearing the old bits and bobs, and you can see what you think, and any comments are welcome, good or bad. Speak to you in a bit. Bye. As I've already said, thank you so very much for joining me again. Gosh, my posture's bad, isn't it? It's been lovely to have you. Hope you enjoyed having a little look at some of the latest bits from Primark. I nearly went in and filmed the whole place, but it was very, very busy. And I just wanted to get on with it. I didn't have much time on my parking, but it was a nice little haul. It's all stuff that I need, stroke want. I'll use it all. I might take one item back, but I don't think so. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the shoes as well. Obviously, I forgot to show you the shoes when I was showing all the items, but the shoes cost me, they were either £7, get my receipt, but the shoes I've just shown, what have I done with my receipt? The cat's taken it. They were either £7 or £12. I think 12. So the dupe, the Converse dupes were £12. Thanks again for watching. Take care of yourselves and of each other, and I will see you soon. Bye.